Hello there.
What is up, everyone? Hybrid Toy Reviews here, and today we are just talking real quick about some reveals. These technically happened yesterday at CCXP Convention, which is in Brazil. I don't quite know where that is. What's that, like New Mexico or something? But anyway, CCXP Convention is a Comic-Con, and Hasbro had a presence there, which is really, really cool. Always love it when Hasbro appears at Comic-Cons, especially not San Diego Comic-Con. Something I've liked this year is that they've kind of gotten around a little bit to other show spaces, and that's really cool. Really makes it feel like the brand's being a little bit more accessible and wanting to talk to, more people than just those that do SDCC. So it's really cool just seeing everyone get out and about. So they brought some reveals, and last time they were at a small convention, the reveals were that Valentine's Ewok, which, hey, neat, it is what it is. But today's reveals were a lot a bit cooler. So let's go ahead and jump in. There was one reveal for TVC, and I'll talk about it. Why not? It is the Revenge of the Sith Walmart 2-pack featuring a new Obi-Wan Kenobi and a 212th Airborne Trooper, which is really, really cool. So, this is basically the only photo we have. They haven't given us any packaged shots, so I wonder if it's going to be like a 2-pack where there's like two separately carded figures. I know for the TVC folks, that's kind of how they normally prefer that kind of thing to go, is they want a card back. They don't want to just be like in a box or something, and I can see that. And they've done 2-packs of TVC figures before, so I wonder if that's going to be the case here. The Obi-Wan looks really good. He is shown with a Force Push left hand, which makes me wonder if he's going to come with a swappable, like, lightsaber grabbing hand, or if that's just the only hand that he's going to have on that side. So, be interesting to see what goes on there. And he has actually a pretty okay likeness for this teeny tiny itty bitty scale. And then the Airborne Trooper is really, really cool. I'm not a TVC guy by any stretch, but Airborne Troopers objectively are cool, and thinking back on it, just to what memory serves, I don't think we've gotten anything from TVC lately that hasn't either been a named trooper, like a commander, or just like a generic grunt from a legion. I don't think they've really done anything too out there, like your Airborns or ARFs or anything. So it's kind of nice seeing a different sort of clone helmet out there. That's always really cool. And he looks really good. He's a little bit clean looking, but with Hasbro, my opinion, there's not really any way to please everyone, if you Hasbro apparently isn't going to do any more washes because we haven't seen them on a figure in forever. So it's like, do you want them to print the dirt on it, but then people complain about the printing? Do you want them to leave it clean and put scuffs here and there? Like, I think clean is the move here. It looks really, really good. And yeah, it's just a fun looking figure. And now, on to our bread and butter here at Hybrid Toy Reviews. We have The Mandalorian. This is a redo of Mando and his Durasteel armor, which came out originally all the way back in 2019, right before Season 1 of The Mandalorian started. Now, this Mando is going to feature all the modern articulation that has been brought in to the newer Mandos. They started using this articulation scheme on Axe Woe's Deathwatch Mando. They put it on the Glavis Ringworld Mando, and now they're going back and they're upping the articulation on this one. This one's going to be labeled The Mandalorian Pagadon. So it's going to be from that ice world that he picks up the Mithril on, which honestly also makes me kind of wish there was a Mithril. It kind of feels like this should be like a set of sorts. This is going to be a Target exclusive here in the US, so it should be really, really easy to get a hold of. The day of release, just go to your local Target and get it off the shelf. They're really good at stocking these things. And it just looks really, really cool. The silver paint they used on the helmet is very, very shiny, but I like the little bit of dirt going on in the crevices of it. He's been rocking this dome for a little while. The Durasteel armor is nice and battered and beautiful looking. He comes with his pistol, and then he comes with his vibroblade, and if you actually look at the package there, he comes with a swappable hand, which we never see in the Black Series, but they're giving him a swappable hand because the vibro knife is a very skinny handle, so they're giving you another hand that can actually grip that knife nicer, and that's really, really cool to see. Something that is kind of notably absent is the Ambin, pulse rifle, but for what it's worth, he left it on the Razor Crest when he was picking up the Mithril. You see him go back to the Razor Crest, that ice monster's coming after them, and he reaches into the cockpit and takes down the rifle and uses it then. So, scene specific, yeah, it's accurate. Would it have been nice to get it? Yeah. Am I really, heartbroken over it? No, I've got a number of those rifles in my accessory bin at this point. So, yeah, kind of where I'm at. Ultimately, I'm just really excited to get a new version of Mando. This definitely refreshes that old one nicely. I'll also say, the old one is not super dated or anything. Yes, it came out in 2019, has that thigh swivel and double pin knees. It's all ugly, but objectively, it's still a fine action figure. So I wasn't chomping at the bit to upgrade it. But this does objectively look a lot better. So if you don't have that old one, pick this one up. If you do have that old one, consider replacing it. It might be something to do. I'm really loving that this one comes with a soft goods cloak. That's definitely an upgrade in my opinion. And he comes with the tan shoulder pad that he wears for the first 10 minutes of the first episode. Don't get me wrong, it's accurate to that scene specific, that bar door opening in the beginning of the first episode. But there's a part of me that kind of wants to get the Durasteel Mando with the Beskar, pauldron that he's rocking, 15 minutes into the first episode onwards. And were I working at Hasbro, I would have tried to do anything I could to make that a swappable. But maybe we'll see that come out on a figure somewhere, some way down the road. Anyway, these were the figures released or announced at CCXP. Really, really excited for these. They look really, really good. I'm, of course, only picking up the Black Series release, but that's just me. But I'm very amped for it and look forward to a review of it whenever it becomes available. This is a day one pickup for me. Thanks for hanging out with me and talking about some new reveals. May the Force be with each and every one of you, and I hope you all continue to have a great day.